Hey, 2 or 1. You're supposed to go 5, 4, 3. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Figure Bangin'. I don't know what episode this is, but it's season 2, episode
13.
Lucky 13.
Lucky.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. If you're tuning in live, thank you for everybody on the panel. Tonight we got. Let's just jump right into it. Tonight we got Mr. Brian Brink.
Hi, hump day.
Short and sweet. Hi, hump day. Next. We got Mr. John G.
Hey, what's up?
Wow, your camera's going crazy.
Get it together, Ace.
Not me, you. Who else we got? We got Mr. JD.
Hi, I'm here.
Munching.
And I'm stuffing my face.
Hearing the.
All right, we're just gonna put the audio on him, and we're just gonna let it go, and that'll be the show. Tonight we're figure banging food.
Watch me eat some delicious eats.
And we have Mr. Harrigan BX.
What's up, guys? Happy hump day, as Brian said. Happy to be here.
Thank God. Today was nuts, man.
Mm-hmm.
Today's my Monday, so.
Did you have a case of them?
I always have a case of them. Actually, my Wednesdays aren't that bad for me. The first day back, kind of coast through it, and then tomorrow's going to suck.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so. Originally, I was going to do this, what we're going to do. Then I got shoehorned into doing something else. But then we decided not to do that because I don't have all the other figures handy to compare them to. And I'm not set up for it. So we're going to do my original idea. So, let's see. We're going to turn my camera off so you can't see me. So, tonight, we've got for you so this is Magic Square. I don't know what the hell his name is. Freedom Light? Lighter?
Light of Freedom?
Light of Freedom? Freedom of Lighter? Get your lighters and freedom. Got your freedom. Freedom. Got your freedom here.
Turn it up.
Red, white, and blue.
All right, so we're going to have a game in the chat. We're going to try to figure out by the end of the episode, what is JD eating? So far, Josh, you're wrong.
What am I eating? I mean, I'm done with it now.
What was he eating?
Cock.
Besides cock.
Damn.
That's a different room. That's a different channel, people.
That's the after hours edition.
Yeah. I was eating a pulled chicken barbecue sandwich with cheese and spinach with organic mac and cheese.
All right, so here he is. So this is very obviously their take at a more cartoon accurate Optimus Prime.
MP10.
It's actually closer to MP.14.
Nah, this is an MP10 upgrade.
Kind of. All right, so here he is. Rolls like a champ. I believe he's got rubber tires. Yes, he does. With chrome wheels, yeah, you can see those are very much rubber tires. And I can't get them back on. Figure's broken. There we go.
What's the record?
Ace likes to take tires off before he transforms things.
I do. Remember that piece of shit, Willie's? God. Can't believe people bought that thing and thought it was good. Hate that thing.
My shelf disagrees with you.
As does mine.
There's a lot of flash online. I didn't even notice that.
Your Willies or your MP10 knockoff?
my MPPPPPP10.
I'm just joshing. I love that figure. I got him too. So
yeah, so I was kind of sick of doing shitty fan stores figures, so I figured we'd do something good for once.
Yay!
So here he is. He does not come with a trailer.
Boo!
Boo. But he's cheap. Yay!
Yay!
One less closet accessory.
This just became like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
We need a word of the secret word of the day.
Cock.
So he's got slots in the back for a trailer, but the MP10 trailer doesn't fit. Like even in one of it doesn't fit here in between these two or here. So I don't know if they were planning on coming out with a trailer or if it was like a future-proof thing where they can say we can come out with a trailer later.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what's the point of flipping these things over? They don't do anything.
I mean, it breaks up this bit, I guess, but I mean, that's clearly supposed to be for a trailer, but there's nothing that goes in it. So I don't really understand the point of that, but
do you think they might have something coming out in the future?
That'd be the only thing they could use. I mean, since it doesn't fit MP10, and we don't know what MP44's trailer is going to look like.
Fans Hobby did it.
Maybe someone can make an adapter.
I'm sure. If somebody hasn't made a 3D printed adapter yet, then you're doing it wrong.
I say you just wait. I bet they make a trailer.
I'd be more surprised if they didn't. So this is their first.
Ditto.
This is their first full size figure. You know, Magic Square usually does legend scales, and they are mostly phenomenal. So this is their first full size figure. So we'll see if it holds up. But so the first thing you kind of got to notice is there's not a ton of paint on this guy. I believe this blue is painted over top of the kind of darker blue. This is painted obviously, and there's some detailed silver here in the chrome wheels, and this chrome and some black detail there. Like these are translucent. One of these, I think it's on this side. This orange inlay, translucent piece keeps falling out on mine. I might need to glue it in. Let me see if I can. And now, of course, now it probably won't come out. It's come out like twice on me. It's not a huge deal, but chrome bumper, chrome grille. These side mirrors pop out super easy on mine. I don't know if that's a thing for everybody.
Mine.
He just broke it.
Yeah, you broke it.
All right, I broke it. But overall, it's a really, really good looking, Optimus, truck mode.
And the matte on the plastic, the matte finish on the plastic actually makes it in some places look or feel like paint. I find as opposed, even though it's not.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the paint later when we get him into robot mode or the lack thereof.
I have to go get mine. I will be right back.
You go do that. It's very, very clean. The only thing you really see is the waist. Underneath is really clean. But otherwise, it's just it's got which I didn't know the stacks extend. Figured that out when I transformed it yesterday.
That's pretty cool.
Just a really good looking Optimus.
It is. It really is.
There he is with Sideswipe. Couldn't think of his name. I was going to say Lambo. I was like, technically, it is Lambo, not Sideswipe, because it's the Japanese version. But so good size. And then for shits and giggles, there he is with B. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing a ton about truck mode.
It looks good.
It's just it's a solid beefy brick. It's done incredibly well. It's just there's no real gimmicks. It's just it does what it needs to do. Technically, you can have the doors open, although there's nothing you can't sit in there or anything.
Nothing that feels loose on it or anything like that. Nothing.
Just my side mirror. Just my side mirrors like to pop out.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, it's Bricky McBrick face.
Ace, do you happen to have a scale by any chance?
No. Like a food scale or something? No.
Yeah, because I actually ordered one. It'll probably be here tomorrow. But a lot of people were saying how it feels light, and to me,
it does feel a little light.
To me, it feels the same.
It feels
weight.
what?
To me, it feels the same weight as MP10. So.
Well, we'll come to that bridge shortly. We'll see if we can.
I think it does lack diecast mostly, except for some internals.
No, the only diecast is that right there.
Yeah,
which is the waist.
Hinge.
But
that's why it's light.
These are separate pieces. These windshield wipers. You see they move. I don't know if they swish swoosh. That's the technical term.
They do.
The technical term is swish swoosh, right?
Swish swoosh. Yeah.
Swish swoosh. If you're telling me they do, I'm gonna take your word for it because I don't want to push it. Yeah, you definitely don't want to push it over there. If you do, you want to do it close to the fulcrum. as possible.
Good.
The chrome is fine, nice and shiny. If chrome's your thing, you say hi. Hi, you can see me.
Hey there. There's chrome in that chrome.
The gas tanks are chrome. The wheels are chromed. Got a little bit of paint here on the back tail lights and the. I guess these would be the lights. What the hell are these?
More lights.
More lights.
Yep.
These are the high beams, right?
Remember the backup lights.
These are the high beams, so you can blind the people behind you. Yeah, I mean, there's really not a ton to say in truck mode. It just does Optimus's truck, and it does it extremely well.
Nice.
I mean, any real questions about alt mode? I mean, there's not really.
Do you have a trailer handy?
I can grab one in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, I just want to see if you lay it on top how it looks.
Okay, 1 second.
Magic Square. Yeah, I was impressed when I saw this on Saturday. Seeing it in person, actually.
And let me get back in position here. Oh, my seat's on its way out. The piston's starting to die. Okay.
It was pissed on.
So this won't even fit.
Better to be.
Yeah, see, hold on. I'm just trying to double check to make sure. So the distance of this, the distance between these pegs looks like it would fit in there on one side or the other, but I think the pegs are too thick.
Oh, that would be weird. Put it on one side.
I mean, if it worked, it would work. But there's no way. Like, they're way too close together to go in between them. Like you would want them to be. But
yeah, well, you can fake it till you make it. Yeah, there you go.
So look at that. Even if there was an adapter, it's not exactly the right height.
It's too hot. You can see
it's
how
off kilter. Yeah, it's off kilter.
It's also dusty as fuck. You can see it's not level. So you need.
They probably have their own planned.
You would need it would have to be like that to be straight.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks good. I mean, that's pretty much what MP.14 is going to look like with the trailer, more or less.
But is that trailer worth the extra $250?
Yes. Every bit of it.
Yeah, John, he's a goddamn truck.
Trucks have, I don't know if you know this, but trucks have trailers. I don't know if you know this either, but Optimus Prime had a trailer. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, that's pretty much it for truck mode, right? Anything else? Any other questions? Anything anybody wants to add?
Nope.
How flexible are side mirrors? They just peg in. So, I mean, these pieces themselves are hard, regular hard plastic. But, I mean, they pop out really easily. So I'm assuming that's just so you don't break them. But they're not like a soft rubbery plastic.
I dig it.
All right, so transformation. The transformation on this guy is sublime. It is wonderful. I flipped it back and forth a few times just because it's so much fun.
Nice.
So we're just gonna start. Actually, I don't know if we need this yet. The biggest pain in the ass are these doors, really, but we'll cross that bridge. Just gonna start splitting everything. So we're gonna come under here. So these are gonna be the backs of the legs, and they just gotta come up.
Whoever their engineer is very talented.
Yes,
very. You can even see it pegs in under here.
You're welcome.
That's going to become the fake gas cans that go on his legs, because his legs have smaller gas cans.
Fake parts? I don't know.
Nice. That's actually pretty dope.
We're going to extend out the feet, and then we're going to have to pull all this up and out of the way, and then we're going to. This will come out. I'm going to unpeg this. There we go. I'm going to, quote unquote, which I don't understand, what combiner wars the leg, which is really just extend the leg. I don't know. Apparently that's a term now, but whatever.
Is that what people are calling it?
People call that.
It's just because it was across every figure in that line, every single one.
Listen, man, if the fucking engineering and technique works, fucking use it. That's right.
Well, and I can't remember if it was started with Combiner Wars, but they definitely used it a lot. And
Oh, yeah.
It didn't start with Combiner Wars,
Yeah.
but they've definitely made it famous.
It's a great way of doing it, man. Remember,
Yep.
I mean, Primes, MP10, MP01, sliders, man, sliders, and those things fucking get janky over time.
And eventually they collapse down.
Yeah.
Also,
Scratches paint too. So
what's cool, which is also happening with MP44, is a little bit of the cab is actually going to be in the legs. On MP44, it looks like kind of like half the face of the truck is going to be in the legs. With this, it's just this little bit of red.
Shell former.
So this just collapses in like that. This collapses in like that. The tolerances are very tight. You kind of got to like go this way in between. You kind of got to like move the wheels halfway and then fold it up in between in this gap and then keep folding it in order to make the clearance. So this is a kind of a janky part. You got to get the wheels in. So you kind of got to lift it up a little bit, kind of line the wheels up and push them in. And you got to make sure. Yeah, see, like right now, they're not all the way in because the rubber is hitting that. This is the only part I really struggle with. I don't know if it's me. It's probably just me. Yeah, see,
It's you.
It's you.
probably just me, which is fine. So we got to pull the leg all the way.
Easy there. Easy.
I mean, there's nothing in this thing feels fragile. So
Yeah, the plastic is very nice on this thing.
this is the one part. Like I'll sit on the couch and flip it back and forth and just struggle with this. Like watching TV, not even paying attention, just keep trying to mess with it, and eventually you'll get it. So you just kind of gotta. There we go.
Okay.
You just gotta get the wheels on the inside of the leg, and I think that's all the way. We gotta extend this bit out, fold that bit in, fold this bit up, make sure all the feet tees are all extended, and that is a leg. Oh no, that's not a leg.
oh,
Oh,
You did it wrong.
easy there.
Make sure I didn't break anything.
That's fucking incredible though, how that cleans up. It's so fucking nice.
Now we're good. Okay, cool. Yep, that folds in. So I don't know. I've heard a couple people say like the legs feel like they're hollow. That is super duper not hollow. That is the polar opposite of hollow. That is completely full.
It's that die-cast training we've come.
Yeah, heavy, good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll do that again. So we're gonna lift this little tab up, which frees up this bit, which unpegs. All this stuff's like this pegs into this pegs into this. So everything is super solid. This comes out and then rocks it around. And we're gonna stuck on the foot, so I gotta pull the foot out, pull the toe out, pull the heel out. What are you stuck on? Yeah, the tolerances. That's one thing about Magic Squares. The tolerances sometimes aren't the best, but I could see that's why I forgot to untab that. This guy, the tolerances for the most part are great.
Now this is their first like full size figure, right? Yeah, the rest were all little Legends class stuff.
And I love that Legends stuff.
Yes.
Is the plastic the same in the Legends in this figure?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I've heard mixed things about it as far as the Legends guy. And this guy, it works fine.
It works fine on the Legends too. All right, so this just takes some finagling again to get the wheels in. I was playing with this on the couch trying to figure out an easy way to do this, and I just can't find one.
Just flail at it till you get it.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so I guess I just figured it out. So these wheels slide in and out on that bar right there. So you just want to line it up so that it goes in between that, and then that will get your legs lined up. Cool.
Nice.
So then this bit folds around. So this little tab right here actually fills in the little gap that would be right there. This folds up.
That's sexy and thoughtful.
And there is 2 legs. And he's done.
Go walk mode.
Yeah.
Go truck.
Totally a Gary walk mode.
That's GoBot mode. That's just his face. That's what the GoBots would do.
Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's paint rub. It can't be paint rub. That's weird.
It's not paint rub. It's just
It is.
that red. No, it's not the paint.
We'll talk about it in bot mode.
No, I don't know what all that is. That's like
Plastic dust.
Yeah, mine has the same thing.
I literally never noticed it. The non-existent paint.
Brian thinks it's painted.
Well, I don't think it's painted, but we'll talk about it.
All right. So, all right.
It's got a red dry rub.
So we're kind of going to open the doors.
Let me know if there's going to be a fight later. I'll sell some tickets.
Okay, we're going to pull this out. There's also some, like, you see the sprue cut marks on the chrome. It looks really kind of gnarly. It's on that side too, but it gets completely hidden in both modes. So it's not a big deal. But
I do have quite a few sprue marks on mine in the red.
I don't really have any in the red. I'm going to unpeg this, which is twite.
Twite like a tiger.
We're going to extend these out to get these out.
Talking about things being tight and pulling things out.
So before I forget, we're going to push the smokestacks in, which I didn't know extended, and then we're also going to push them up to be in the proper place. We'll do the arms after. We're going to unpeg all this. Going to unpeg this, which is a pain. Okay, there's that. I'm going to pull. So the shoulders are very MP10, like super duper MP10. We'll get the head out now.
But improved.
Head out.
Head out. Okay, so this part is also incredibly MP10, so we're going to pull this out. We got to open the windows, right? Yep, we open the windows. And then we're going to rotate these out on both sides. A lot of stuff is like you have to rotate it halfway and then move stuff to get the clearance. We're going to rotate the wheels around. Guess where these go? Oh, we got to pull the arms forward in order to get the room. Those fold up.
Amazing.
Which we've never seen before. Those fold up. Move the arms back. So now we're gonna do what in my opinion is the coolest part of this transformation. So most Optimuses either have to have a fake grill, or you have the big beefy grill in the front, or the grill is always kind of something got to work around. So the way they worked it out is, so you can see that white bar on the inside there. So it actually swivels around that bar. The front of the grill, or the front of the bumper, rotates around, which is your matrix chamber. Then this whole thing lines up, pushes into the chest. This folds in a little bit to create the abs. And that creates close the windows, and that creates his matrix chamber and his chest grill.
Oh, that's interesting.
Genius.
Which is really, really cool, unique way to do it.
Yeah, man.
Fold this all back down. Now we just got to deal with the arms. So we're going to rotate them.
Simple.
Push the joints back in. Push everything forward. Okay, so we're going to open this all up. We're going to flip the hand out. And then we're going to fold this bit up. And that's going to have your arrows on the forearm bit. It's going to peg in. So now this bit, this is very, very tightly toleranced. So what you got to do is you got to fold this up with the door. And
This step I didn't like.
Yeah, I don't. This is the one part. This is what I said I didn't like. So you got to get the door up in there, and then close the forearm kind of around it, and then that's pretty much in there. Getting it out to paint the butt, it will often. So this whole piece, this whole door, is clear plastic, as far as I can tell. Because if you look on the back, it's either it has to be the whole thing has to be clear plastic. Yeah. So this whole door is clear plastic and it's just painted. The paint match is incredibly good.
So see how
it is
possible to do that.
Yeah, it is possible. Like even the red, which is
right,
hard to do on the clear.
You see that, Keith? It is possible. Just put
matches
two coats on it.
The second coat, that's the killer. This has got to go the right way. So let's do this again. I'm going to flip the hand out, and then flip this bit up and out, which creates the arrows. Oops. Got to line up. This bit, which I hate, it's on a ball peg on clear plastic.
On a bar.
On a swing bar with zero clearance. Jesus. Hold on. This has got to fold, and then this little bit folds up. All right, let's see if we can finagle it up in there. There we go. Okay, it's in. And I believe, fix the thumbs. That is one. Oh, I forgot to do this side. Damn it. That's one bit I always forget. Unpeg this, lift this up, and we can flip this bit around.
Yeah, it's really an unnecessary step.
For a non-existent trailer.
I mean, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, you can leave it in both modes. It doesn't really make a difference. But...
yeah, it doesn't affect it either way.
And there we have one Magic Square Freedom Light Man. Light of Freedom Lee Man. In his Roboto mode.
Looks good, man. Looks really good.
This figure saved me $400.
Why, you were going to spend $600 on MP44?
No, I'm not going to do 44. This thing looks perfect. That's all I needed to do.
Okay, so let's run through articulation first. So, head is, I believe, on a hinge swivel. Yep. So swivels all the way around. You got up to there. You got down to there, which is good. No side to side, which I don't like, but it's not the end of the world. Shoulders are in a very, very familiar joint, so they pull out. You can actually pull them too far, but you can actually kind of reverse butterfly them because that's for the transformation. You kind of want to do it before you see the red, just like that, but you don't really have to. You can do it any way you want. So the shoulders pull out, much like one Masterpiece 10. And we have... hold on, listen. Nice, sexy. Sexy ratchets. So you can go basically straight out. You can go down. Obviously, that looks ridiculous, so you're going to bring them in.
Dude, remember, have you ever seen people post pictures of MP10 and they have the shoulders out?
They just want to yell at them.
They're like, I like it that way. I'm like,
I mean, your toy, do whatever you want, but obviously that looks stupid.
Yeah.
It does, but I was going to say, if you use it with that butterfly, boy, do you get some range.
So, if you look at the top there, you'll see a pin because he also has a butterfly joint forward, so he can do some hugging. He can give himself a big old bear hug. So it stops right there. But I believe, you can't get any further forward. So he can basically cross his arms in front of his chest.
Imagine that.
Which is neat. And if you use the transformation joint, you can even get some reverse butterfly. Friction all the way around. So unfortunately, no ratchet there. Bicep swivel here is incredibly tight. He's got an elbow swivel. And then he's got a single jointed elbow. No, he's got double jointed elbow. So he's got
the double's the one that's tight on mine that I can barely get it to move.
So if you use the first joint, you get to there. So that's 90 degrees. If you keep going, it's a little bit ugly, but not really horrible. I mean, you see a little bit of the insides, but you get more or less the full bicep curl. A little shy. It's like 80 degrees instead of 90 degrees. But really awesome curl there. Hands, you can obviously see that they're on a mushroom peg because there's the mushroom peg. Fingers, fing. So the thumb is on a ball joint inside. And then a hinge at the first knuckle, and the rest of that is fixed. And the rest are pinned at the base and then you have one more knuckle. So this knuckle, the end knuckle, is fixed.
That's called the moose knuckle.
The moose knuckle.
Oh wait,
So the moose knuckle is fixed. There's no hinge inside, so you don't get display. And unfortunately, the fingers are all the same length, which isn't the end of the world, but it's nice when they don't do that. My right hand. Let's see what happens. You can just see what it just did.
Yep.
See, mine's on the
loose.
mine's on the left hand.
Is it?
Same. Mine's on the left.
I wish mine was on the left. So the pinky is fine, but
it's only sometimes. I think like if you
bend them at the first knuckle, it tends to hold a little bit better.
if you massage it at the base,
squash it.
Wait,
Yeah,
no, massage.
It's strange. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna run some. I didn't do it yet because I wanted to at least show it on video. Probably just put some clear nail polish in the base in there and see if that'll thicken it up enough. It's just annoying because like he'll be holding his gun and he'll just do that, and he's like, "Why are you doing that, Optimus? Why won't you hold your gun?" So that's unfortunate. Luckily, if they do replacements, you can just pop that right off the mushroom peg. There's no pins holding it on. There's no screws covering it. You can just push that straight off and get it and pop a new hand on. But that is unfortunate that's a widespread issue. Waist. Oh man, the waist. So first of all, that's the waist mechanism. So if you want to do the Toy Biz Apocalypse thing, you can make him super tall.
Don't make it filler.
Come on, you guys are all nerds. You know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend you don't.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really?
No clue.
Oh my god!
I don't collect Toy Biz.
Toy Biz, neither do I, but I know what it is. So the Toy Biz Apocalypse, in order to get his grow gimmick, because you know how all the Toy Biz figures had gimmicks. Like Nightcrawler had the suction cups you can stick on the wall, so it looks like it's crawling up a wall. This is what they did for Apocalypse. They just gave him an extension waist and like extension arms. So he's the same figure. You just pulled him up, and it looked terrible. So there's a waist swivel at that joint right there. So that goes all the way around, no problem. That is, these are all friction, but they're all incredibly tight, and they're all pinned. Yeah, they're all pinned, but they're all super tight. So you can get a ab crunch, technically without just using the first joint that you're really supposed to use, and get a full 90 degrees. I believe you can even do that. Then, actually, you can get him all out of whack too. You can make him an L.
Do it the other way so he can blow himself.
Then you can do a reverse ab crunch backwards. So he will win any limbo contest you throw at him.
Looks painful.
Does that click in though, like, or will that happen easy where you could just move them around like that?
This is it's all friction.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's super tight, so it's not gonna go. It's not going anywhere.
And when he's in place, like in full on robot mode, you won't have to worry about that either.
You just leave it down, you can never notice it.
Okay, cool.
Also his ears. I forgot to mention his ears do swivel. Which on mine, actually, this one's a little bit looser. You probably just open that up and fix that. Yeah, so I mean, you got an extreme awesome ab crunch, and you can have him lean back. You can hide whatever joints you want. You can do any combination of them, and that's fucking awesome. I love that.
That should be a standard thing from now on.
Waist. So we got all these panels. So these can lift up. The center lifts up. You can see the blue diaper is actually barely showing, but he does have the blue diaper.
That's cool.
These all lift up. So these are in a weird kind of system. So the side and the butt flaps are actually one piece, but they do get out of the way. So we can go to the side on a soft ratchet, little past 90 degrees. So he, I guess technically 180. So he can do beyond the full Van Damme. He can go forward You get the hip skirts out of the way. Basically straight out. And then back. It is going to hit. I mean, technically, you could probably lift this up. No, you can't even do that. So back is not the full range, but it's about 45 degrees. That's basically all more than you're going to need anyway. So that is soft ratcheted out with tons of clicks, so you don't got to worry about, having them in a funny pose to get click. And forward and back is soft ratcheted as well. So that is excellent. You got a swivel built into that, thigh swivel, knees. So we got one joint here, which will get you to there, which is a little bit past 90. You can see there's actually some molded in detailing in there. It does get a little ugly right there, but it's not the end of the world. And then if you keep going, you will get a full knee curl all the way to kick him in the back. And then you also get this chrome piston detail in there. And you can use, if you push on it a certain, this way you can get a full 90 degrees with that. So if you want to bend it with the knee, with the chrome piston showing, you can do that. And then if you
I found when posing him at angles and you use that for your first joint, it does look better.
And you can do any combination of the two. So I feel like if you're gonna do more extreme, you're probably gonna want to use a little bit of both, and that'll create, because people are complaining about the way the knees look, but I think if you kind of finagle the joints, you can get them looking. I think that looks good.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about the way the knees look. Feet are on, so they're on the toe. The heels are basically on a double hinge, and then the toes are on kind of a double hinge too. It's kind of to rock them in and out for transformation. But I mean, you get an extreme tilt to 90 degrees, and then you get toe tilt up a whole lot, and toe tilt down more than 90 degrees. So the feet on this guy are pretty freaking good. I'm a fan of the feet. They are all friction. There's no ratchets in the feet or anything. They're all friction joints, but all these joints feel good. So I wouldn't have to really worry about any of that. There's no rubber on the feet or anything, but I haven't had any problems with the feet.
He's light enough that they don't slide. Sorry.
I've gotten him into some great poses, and since he does have nice ratchets in the knees and in the hips, I mean, he pretty much stays in that pose. It's nice.
I mean, the feet are really just to support the pose. Yeah, that is this guy's articulation. So let's do size comparisons first, and then we'll do some talking. So here he is. We'll do size comparisons, then we'll show accessories, because I said we'll do size comparisons. So let's just do that real quick. I forgot to show the accessories. Okay, so there he is. So I don't know what the hell to show, so I'm just going to show a couple things. If you guys want anything else, let me know. So here he is with Siege Optimus. So that's a thing.
I thought the Siege Optimus was bigger than that.
No, the Voyagers are a little smaller. I actually have this guy out, so why not?
Classics Prime. It's been a while since I messed with that one.
Which, by the way, they're basically the same height, so don't cry about Voyagers being small. I don't know why I had him out. We must have used them for something, but I don't remember what. Let's see. What else can we do? I can't find my G1 Prime yet. That's actually the one figure I haven't been able to find in the move yet. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. But until then, here he is with G2 Prime, which is the same figure, except it has that stamp on the back of the leg.
Yeah, I had that one.
But it's the same toy, so.
Dude, your G2 Prime looks like it has lighter blue on it than mine.
I mean, I'm sure there's variants.
Yeah.
That was the first time I was able to actually own that mold of Prime was the G2 version.
Now you can find them under every rock in the world.
Mhm.
So there he is with basically G1 Prime. Let's see, what else can we do? Here he is with Bumblebee.
Oh, looks great. Perfect together. Why would anybody change that?
So there's that. All right, so let's do accessories first, and then we'll show them with MP10, and we'll do the 500-pound elephant in the room. So he comes with his ion blaster, which is what you would expect.
You know, I always thought it was called a laser rifle.
He has an ion blaster.
Ion blaster.
He holds it just fine, except for mine in his right hand. The fingers will randomly let go.
See, mine aren't like that.
He holds it a little low, but it's not. Let me see if I can get it to go a little lower. Oh yeah, you can get it a little lower. Never mind. There we go. Oh, you can get the kind of the thumb to squeeze it together. Yeah. So there he is with his blaster. Nice long blaster as opposed to like MP10, which I always felt was a little wonky proportionally because it has to fit in the backpack.
And it doesn't have that stupid ass gimmick because they want
the huge block over here.
Yeah.
No LEDs in the gun. And then you also get this baggie of accessories. We're going to take the gun out. So he comes with all of this stuff. So let's just empty this out. So he comes with his energy mass, Energon axe, I believe, which I haven't done yet, but I believe it just pegs into the hand.
It goes up underneath.
Upside down, right?
Yep.
So this pegs in like you would expect.
There you go. So you kind of
oops. It'll go in the. This one's having a harder time going in the.
So you get it kind of like once you get it started, you pull it around.
I think I got it.
You gotta get this pointer finger in there.
Yep. I think I got it. Yeah, that's good. And then you take the ball part, and it goes this way, and this actually slides on top. It's got to go in the groove. Boy, you've got to prove your love to me.
Very good.
And there is his X. So it's a little shorter than MP10's, but it's probably more accurate.
A little stubby.
That is stubby. Damn.
But it
we should have put that axe a little bit more at the tip there. A little bit more up that tip.
The tip. Work at tip.
So if that's the thing you want to do, you can do that. See if I can get this out. There we go. So that's that. Comes with an alternate head or helmet, technically. Yeah, see these fingers. I'm gonna have to fix those. So he comes with this helmet on, which is more accurate. He's got the kind of the trucker brim.
I like that one.
Trying to focus on the background. There you go. So he's got the kind of, the trucker hat. If you want a more toy accurate kind of look, so you can see on the toy, he doesn't have that brim.
Which is also the same as MP10.
Correct. Oop,
yeah.
I just lost a piece. 1 second. It fell. There it is. It fell on my keyboard tray. So if you want to have that look, you have this helmet. You just recycle the ears and the face and everything. And it's basically the exact same, except it doesn't have the brim, and it's got a little bit more line detailing on the top. So if that's a look you want, you can do that. You just 2 screws in the back, pop that out, pull off that face, put it on this helmet, and you're good to go.
What is that homaging again?
The toy.
Oh, the toy look. Okay.
If you look at that's more tuned. If you look at the toy, you can kind of see it's.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have the brim. And
Doesn't have the brim. It's
interesting.
okay. So his other gimmick he has is we can actually open up. Oh, yeah, I didn't even mention the matrix. You can open up the chest. He does come with a matrix, which is metal.
okay.
I just heard it ting.
Ting, 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 ting.
So he does come with a metal matrix, which this and that. Yeah, this is all plastic. So the only die cast in him is that one joint in there and the matrix. The matrix looks fine. It looks like a matrix. The chamber is a little plain, but I mean, I really like that transformation gimmick. So it's not
For how they did it, it's fine.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome, and that's really the only thing I don't like about the figure is that you could see the matrix through the chest. Like if they could have done something like a transform element and have a piece that covers that, thought it would have looked better.
It's not the end of the world, but I mean, it's definitely a thing.
In my book, he would be perfect if he had the transform element, the matrix cover thing.
Yeah,
he would be literally perfect.
So we can actually take these windows and pop them out. And then he comes with alternative windows.
Can you take the tires off and then set them on cinder blocks?
Yes, you can. So he comes with these two battle damage pieces. So you can just get these in there.
They only fit in a certain way.
Okay, well, it's not that way.
Yeah. That might be the right side.
It might be the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not right. No, that's not right. No, this one has to be this side.
It's like when I'm trying to fiddle with a USB stick.
Yeah, no matter how many times you flip it around, it's never the right side.
No. Wrong. No, wrong. Wrong. Wrong.
All right, these are killing me now. Oh, crap. Crap. Where'd you go? It literally just fell on the floor and my carpet is blue.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Tell me you dropped them all, too.
No, just one.
Don't step on it. It'll stress, and then it'll be ruined.
Where did that legitimately go? Oh, there it is. Oh, come here, you. Come here, you. All right, I got it. All right, we're going to try this again.
Some of the banter in the chat's been fucking great. I'm catching up.
Wish I could see it.
Good stuff there.
It's definitely not that way. I think it's supposed to go this way. This way it lines up, but it just doesn't want to push in.
Well, you know what? When it doesn't fit, force it.
I'm about to. It lines up this way.
Have you got a piece of flash on it?
Possibly.
Uh-oh. Maybe the other way? Upside down, or it doesn't matter? Oh.
Maybe yours is mismolded.
It's very possible, knowing me. Let's try this side.
Flip it to the other side, maybe, too.
No, that one doesn't want to fit either. Let's try this side. It needs to be like an A and a B. I know this is supposed to go in one of these ways.
If it's tight, you got to push.
Oh, okay. I got one side. Just take a deep breath.
This is the most grown-up show on the internet.
It really is. I mean, I don't.
That's usually what they do when they push. Take a deep breath.
Here we go. So we do that, and now we got the battle damage chest. But wait, there's more. We
That
can
looks.
pull this up.
That does look cool. I like that.
Oh, we got to pull the. Hold on. We got to kind of unlock this all.
Oh,
That's something else just fell. What fell now?
The Matrix.
easy.
Matrix did drop. 1 second. Where'd that go? I felt it hit my knee. Oh, the helmet fell. Oh, the Matrix in my hand. Nope, we're good. Okay, we're good.
This shit's all apart, Ace.
It happens. All right. We'll leave the Matrix off for a second just so I can get this out. So we're going to kind of fillet these open. And then we got to... Let's see. Probably this way. Yep, that was the easiest way. I can take off these kidney pieces. Maybe. So he says.
For more battle damage features.
Come on.
That spudger in there.
It's in there. It's... There we go. So we take off those.
Oh. What attention to detail. That's a fucking nice little inclusion.
Plug in these bit of business. Fold these all back up. Push the matrix and the chest back in. Push that all in. Plug the matrix back into the chest. That it fell. That it dropped out. Clap some ball back in. And now you have all of his battle damage from when Rodimus got him killed.
Nice.
So you got the holes in the chest, you got the cracked windshield, and then you got the kidney pieces, including the death blow. Right there.
That's pretty cool.
So that is... Where did you go?
That's cool, man.
I guess he doesn't want to be on the show anymore.
He couldn't take it anymore and bailed.
So it would have been nice if we would have gotten a face to match, like a Jizzy face, like a Bukkake face, like Megatron came with.
Yep.
But
Oh, the green jizz.
yeah, but I mean that's a really neat inclusion.
The Bukkake face.
That's what it is.
Don't worry, those perverts at the car, I got you covered for
Yep.
440.
That's all that matters. So that's a really neat inclusion. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that on or leave the other ones on.
Oh, that's cool.
So
at least you have the option.
Yeah.
So the other thing about is that we got to talk about before we just show the comparison is the paint. There's very little, by the way, in the way of paint. So like we said in car mode, so like you got some detail, like this bit in here is nice and painted, and then you got a little bit, and then you got I think the yellow up here, and then just like a little bit of accents here and here. I kind of prefer it for this guy because it's a lot more playable, right? You're not really worried about scratching paint. This guy's a lot more fun to pose because of it. The same reason why they didn't paint MP Star Saber is because the creator said he wanted it to be played with because Star Saber is such an important character in Japan that he wanted people to actually play with it. So he purposely didn't paint it.
Just like Jetfire is such an important character. Fans Toys wanted people to play with it. That's why they didn't paint it either.
Yeah.
No one gave them that excuse. Instead, they just fucking gave them shit for it.
They're the dummies that didn't use it.
There goes his hand. God damn it.
They don't need excuses. They're good.
So make
At least Phoenix is good, I should say.
If it was painted, like just the wear and
You'd
tear.
be worried more about rubbing paint, stuff like, do you really want to pick up MP.13 Megatron and screw with it?
Yeah.
No, because you're worried about the paint.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to worry about that here.
Yeah, you do.
No.
So Brian, what do you want to talk about with the paint? I know you had some.
It's not painted, but I believe that it has a finish on all of the displayed parts.
You mean like all the reds and everything?
Yep, it's a matte finish of some kind.
It's possible. I mean,
I want you
some
to
kind of like.
I want you to
fleck.
open up the leg panel.
Okay.
Okay, so look at the part that you see.
This bit.
Yeah, that's the underside.
Yeah.
It's different from the other part, and it's not two pieces of plastic. So there's something on it.
Well, let me see if I can.
Looks the same to me.
Open up the big flap then, with the fake gas can on it, because that's the comparison that I showed in iChat that I had with JD, and then he didn't mention anything afterwards because he knew I was right. But you don't see plastic flap on that inside, right?
It looks like there's a fleck on it,
right?
On this, on these surfaces, like you can see it. It's actually a little bit more prominent on the red,
right? And
I see what you mean.
And on the inside, it's not. So they must have sprayed it with something, right?
It's glossy.
I mean, I'll buy that.
Yeah. So, and I think that's what is rubbing off on the waist as well. I don't think it's a clear coat of some kind, but they did do something to it. So
some kind of metal coat, metal flake.
I mean, these people making toys, they have access to all kinds of different things to get these looks, and I think they sprayed it with something, which I think is nice, right? Because MP10 Hasbro didn't have anything on it, right? So
I'll buy that.
Fantastic. And
now, Brian? Do you have any other DX9 or Unique Toys?
Not anymore.
Because they have the same exact look to the plastic.
Yeah.
The finish. There's definitely a metal fleck in the plastic.
I think it's in
it's very fine.
Yeah, I think it's in the finish because I don't see that fleck when I look at the back part of that panel. And also, one of my prime shoulders, his right shoulder, is missing the finish.
Brian.
Yeah.
I apologize. You are correct.
Thank you.
Oh, we're bringing everybody together.
So when you look at the back of the arms,
right?
Okay, so it's probably gonna hurt.
If you want to check the red, look underneath the panel where you underneath the panel with the arrows.
To see it on the toy, this L shape, the upside down L shape, the finish was sprayed at a certain direction, and it's not right up against, the hump.
Yeah,
so to speak.
And actually, I first noticed it on the gray part of the legs, on the thighs, the little indentation on his thigh. You can see in the tight corners, the plastic is shinier in there because whatever the hell they sprayed didn't get on it. And I don't want to. Yeah, and I don't want to bring it as a point of contention. It's more or less a compliment, right? Because they took the extra effort to put something on this thing to give it a unique, or not unique, a consistent look across the whole toy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas MP10, for instance, especially if they have the Hasbro one, I mean, it's you can tell it's just the base plastic, and it kind of, they actually, I mean, this thing's not painted like a typical masterpiece is, but
the reds aren't red paint, the blues aren't blue paint. It's
right. They put
red plastic, blue plastic.
Yeah. But they put something on it, considering that they wanted to do something from a masterpiece perspective.
Could it be just a matte paint, like a clear matte?
Potentially, yeah. I think it is colored though because of what we see on that waist rub. So, but
well, here's the comparison everybody wanted to see. There is with the blue streak.
I like that.
The one figure that Prime is always seen with. No. So here's with an MP car. I forgot to show him with an MP car. And then real quick, areas with a third-party MP car because they're still on my desk. So here we go. Oh, you should go. You need to go away right now. Here he is with
MP10.
MP10. So you can see how far we've come.
Mm-hmm.
So the discussion, real quick, that we need to have, that we'll probably have a little bit more in depth when MP44 comes out, which I am getting, is which one should you get? You know, should you upgrade? Blah blah. You know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So MP10 has kind of been the standard, more or less, and he definitely is starting to show his age. Looking at them next to each other, you can just see how sleek and how neat, how nice he is, how the transformation, how much. Look at the legs, how sleek and clean they are. You got bulkiness here.
And one thing I like about this Magic Square is, to me, I consider it like an MP10 engineering upgrade, right? They changed the legs, they changed a little bit of the arms, but they pulled off a good aesthetic in both modes.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like, what, 50, 60% the same engineering?
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's clever because, I mean, you don't have to be overly complicated to which is what we see with Transform Element and MP44. I think it's just a beautiful display of simplicity. I think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll admit, when people ask me about primes, and I defend MP01 to this day. I mean, MP10, to me, I never really liked it that good. I just needed it because it was in the right scale. So, I mean, it's a great figure, but I never really considered it, because I loved MP01 so much. I mean, it was just the wrong height only. So, but yeah, he's still good. I mean, I got 6 of these damn molds, so I hope
I think I have more. I might have more than that. But I mean, we'll have the discussion a little bit more. But this, I feel like he doesn't have quite the shelf presence just because of the lack of paint, or it's definitely not necessarily lack of paint, but it's more matte.
Right.
It's more matte. You can even see, because I have the harsh light, even though it's not, the light isn't even pointed on it. It's on an angle, and you can just see how much shinier and how much more blown out that guy is. So
MP10 looks like a toy.
Well, yeah. This kind of feels like a toy just because it's light. I know it's not, doesn't mean jack shit. It's just it's in your brain.
Yeah.
Heavy good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you can just see how far we've come. I think he kind of displays better on a shelf right now, just because of the paint, and just because it is a little bit more majestic looking because of the paint.
Yeah.
But as a figure, this guy, I like the Magic Square more.
I tell you, man, that Magic Square. Gary did a little, right out of the box kind of thing on BTM a few weeks ago, and
yeah, no, I crashed that.
when he got it, I mean, I didn't have it in hand at the time, and I swear it didn't even look like a Transformer. I'm looking at it now. I have it in hand. It doesn't look like a Transformer.
I mean, there's no kibble on it. The only kibble is literally those pieces right there.
Yep. It's really cool. I mean, it looks like those Hard Hero busts, Yeah, it's pretty wild.
The engineering is ridiculously cool. I really love the engineering, which is not surprising for Magic Square. They just got to fix their tolerance issues, mostly with the hands.
Yeah,
that's the one thing about, even with the Magic Square Legends, the tolerances from figure to figure are wonky, kind of. But.
And there's people like Lowell here in the chat said he would like it better if it had more of a finish. And I'll tell you one thing. One thing we've learned is that you don't get this figure once, right? So if you're hesitant, I suggest waiting, because you never know, we might get another one where they paint it shiny.
The premium colored version coming soon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it'll happen, I'm sure.
I mean, that, I don't know, that has presence to me.
Yeah.
You can't do that with MP10.
I tell you what, man, I have my Year of the Force MP10 out, and because it's so weird with the color scheme, I really find it striking. It's like I find it more striking than the existing one. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, like the Ava Prime is probably my favorite one of that.
Which one was that, you said?
The Evangelion Prime?
Yeah.
I love that thing.
The trailer on that thing was insane. Hey, Jose.
Yo.
I was wondering if you could highlight me real quick.
Yes, sir.
How dare you?
I just wanted to show off, if I can do it here.
Yes.
Some of the
I need to see this again.
The easy changes that I made. See if I can get the glare.
That looks fucking so much better.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys can see that well, but
that looks awesome. Just filling that in.
it's just blue construction paper that I cut to fit in the windows. And I did something else too. These little translucent bits, I basically just I don't know if you can. Is the light bad?
I can see.
I just put stickers on top of it so that they're not translucent.
Something behind it.
Yeah. God damn it! It's so bright, but
yeah,
and it really makes a difference, and it's really cool. It unifies those translucent bits.
Yeah, and the windows are that translucent blue. So since you put the construction paper behind it, it still looks smooth, still looks good, right? Still has that bright blue look to it. So
and if you wanted the windows to be brighter, just use white paper.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
Yep.
You're hanging around Chris too much.
Nice fix. Nice fix.
I'm gonna use white and blue.
Oh, there you go. Get the best of both worlds.
And if you cut the paper with like little flaps on it, they just fit in with friction. You don't have to glue them in, tape them in, nothing. So it's cool.
But yeah, I mean, I really think this guy is fantastic. Even as just a desk bot, like I think this guy is probably a perfect desk bot. It's fun to mess with. It's fun to pose. It's it's fun as hell to transform. Leave it on your couch and just pick it up every once in a while, flip it back and forth. It's fun. I think this is an excellent figure. If you're not going to buy MP44, I don't think he's going to have the presence that MP44 is going to have. I mean, we'll see when MP44 comes out. But I mean, it's just such a fun figure that I think it's worth your time, even if you're not going to get MP44, or you are going to get MP44, or you want the transform element. I think this guy is completely and utterly worth your time. He's just wonderful.
I think the 44 will be an amazing figure. For $100, this thing is. I mean, you don't get a trailer, or any of the other, gimmicks that 44 will come with. But
he's got just ratchets up the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Everything holds except those fingers, which is I'm probably right now I'm going to fix it after the show.
I have a question for you guys too. When we were looking at pictures of this during ETR or other podcasts, whatever, the transform element and the MP44 comparisons, like in pictures, because of the proportions with the legs being longer and the torso being shorter, to me it just felt like it was going to be like a figure that was a foot tall. And like when you get it in the box, you're like, oh, that's right, it's MP scale. To me, I just like in the pictures, they just seem so much bigger to me. And even though I knew what it scaled with, and I was just wondering if you guys.
I have girls that tell me the same thing all the time.
So I was just thought that was interesting. Like looking at that MP44
better be
in pictures, I keep thinking it's huge, but I know like when I get it, I'm like, oh, that's right, it's only like 8 inches.
Again, my wife tells that to me every night. Oh, we didn't do the test. Say JD, you're not on it.
No, I'm sitting here looking and thinking if there's anything else I want.
So not only can he do it.
Yeah, how far he can give himself a reach around through his legs.
That's some talent. That's so obscene.
Yep.
Well, he can give himself some fun stuff.
Oh goodness.
Oh, you even get.
He gets the
Yeah, he gets a whole bit.
Good night.
He's like presenting it.
He's ready for you.
He doesn't have to look at it.
Yeah, he doesn't have to look. Yep, that's my hand. Just wiped it across my taint.
I had peanut butter for lunch.
I didn't realize this Prime could actually do a salute. I might actually put them in that pose for a week. Just have them salute me as I walk in and out.
I will say the one thing, the big thing that this thing won't have that MP45 or MP44 will have is paint chipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will not have any paint chipping.
There you go. Just put that on your front door.
There really isn't anything you can do with this thing.
But I mean, can you have enough primes? I mean, really? I mean, there's enough love for Prime to go around for all the different ones.
I mean, I like Prime as much as the next guy, but not for $450.
No, this is going to be my Prime until something amazing changes.
Until Takara starts knocking her price down.
And once again, this is a more Toon aesthetic, right? But to me, it's more than that. Like they still did something to it. It's more cartoon accurate, but there's still a maturity to it that I can't put my finger on it. I just really like it.
Spoiler, this is why I like their legends, because their legends are fucking fantastic.
They're like perfect. I mean, they like even the Legends class stuff, they are like masterpiece renditions of these characters in just the Legends class scale.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly wonder if it's not a Takara engineer that left and is behind the company, because the designs, the engineering is just, it has that masterpiece moment or whatever you want to call it that the other MPs have. It's not clunky.
I don't know, but this guy, he better be making some bucks. He fucking deserves it. Bravo to him.
Or her. Let's not be
Or
sexist.
her. Yes, okay.
Let's not be sexist.
I got you.
All right. I think we've said pretty much everything we need to say for now. I'm sure we'll continue this discussion when in the fall or the spring, whenever 44 comes out. I'm sure we're going to be doing this all over again. But oh, John, real quick, do you want to show? You had Transform Element. Do you want to show it real quick?
Yeah, I mean it's not. It doesn't really look any different. It's
his windows are way too big.
They're like fucking gigantic,
bigger,
and
he feels more like he looks. You know what he looks like? He looks like a Japanese robot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a lot heavier.
If this had that chest,
that chest.
Yeah, I like that.
He would be perfect if he had that.
Yeah, man, I couldn't wait to cover that up with construction paper.
He's very H-shaped.
Oh, look, it lights up.
Light up gun. Pew, pew.
Yep, pew, pew.
That you're never going to use?
No, but the thing that sucks is he doesn't have any butterflies in the arms. They're stationary.
He looks very very H-shaped.
Yeah, no ab crunch.
Boo.
None of that stuff. I mean, he's got your basic articulation, but it's like what would have been good last year or 2 years ago.
You didn't transform it yet, right?
I haven't transformed it yet because I watched a review of it and I'm like, nope.
I was going to say, are those sacrifices for the engineering? But you won't know that because you didn't transform it yet.
I'm going to do it. I'll come back with an update, but it looks a lot less fun. Is all I'll say.
The transformation on that thing looks awful.
He looks a lot to me like the G1 Marvel comic. Yeah,
a little bit more. Yeah.
You know that standard pic of him that used to be on the front of the cover or whatever.
Mm-hmm. When he's like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, not that one.
Not that one.
The little pic, the little thumbnail.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. It was on every single cover for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. MP Collector was in the chat earlier. He's got both, and he said he actually preferred this one overall because he says it feels like it looks more like the Sunbow model than the Magic Square, but he says the Magic Square wins out in articulation.
Big time.
Yeah. So
it's also got nicer hands. It's got Masterpiece Megatron style hands, so they're very humanoid looking.
Yeah, they're kind of puffy, right? Like he's had a lot of salt.
Yeah,
kind of like that. And I like in the pictures that I had seen early on, the yellow bits were translucent. That just didn't look good to me. I like that they painted those yellow.
Yeah,
for the final one. Yeah,
it does eliminate that mismatched color that you get with that translucent one on the Magic Square. But that's such an easy fix.
Transform.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is, I don't think these hip skirts actually go up. They're attached to something in the back. Yeah, there's a hinge, but when you move it, it takes the whole. Yeah. Okay. I don't think so. Mine just might be stuck. I can't tell. But yeah, it looks good, but it's got some weird choices and much less articulation.
Those stacks look like they're floating.
Yeah, they don't move or anything that I can tell. They do pull out, but that's it.
Oh, just like me. All right. Mr. Brink, you want to run down the chat?
Sure. We had Eric B in here, KJ Smith, Josh F, EE Prime 20, Kenny Prime, Buzzsaw Eject, Jedi Mindset, MP Collector, Jida, Articulated Figure Reviews, Lucas B, Classic Scuzz, Dust Mites, Tyler the Collector, Noble Young Lord Shadowkeeper, Sunday Heat. We had a newcomer, Dominic / Nicola. Welcome. We had Master Skinny Toys, Frogman 78, Paul R. Blank Stare, Nick Brammer, Lowell M, and Alan G. And Paul had a birthday this past week, so
happy birthday.
Happy birthday again, buddy.
Yep. And I did a little research, and the G1 instructions for Optimus Prime actually listed him as having a laser blaster, which is where I think I remember that from. So
the toys, the comics, and the show never really jive together. So
it's funny that it's an ion blaster, because like if you're familiar with like Star Wars and ion weapons, they're only
I stole a lot of shit from Star Wars.
Well, what I mean is the ion weapons are only meant to disable, not to cause damage.
That's what always annoyed me in the SOS Dinobots episode when was it Wheeljack shoots everybody. with all the guns, and that somehow heals them. That always, even as a kid, I was like, but whatever.
So I'm wondering if, like Prime, with him being, freedom's the right of all sentient beings and all that other madness.
It doesn't kill, it just
he doesn't maim, it just disables.
So he's Batman,
possibly.
Yep.
All right, I think that's gonna do it for us tonight. Let's do some way ads. We'll get out of here for the night. Brian, once again, where are you at?
All right. Brian Brink in the Facebook groups, at Brink Lives are on Instagram, various podcasts on this very channel.
Just put on the YouTube channel and let it go. Eventually.
It should be called Realm of Brink.
I'd watch it. TM Servo 3K on Instagram, John Gibbons in the Facebook groups, and every other Wednesday here with you good folks.
JD.
Find me, JD Brocious, in the Facebook groups. Pigment Surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live. Tuesday nights at 8 on Breaking the Mold. And every other Wednesday here again. And shout out to my girlfriend. I'm sitting here doing the show and find this under the computer.
Where's the I think you freaky part?
No, on the inside it just says like a lot.
So that's awesome.
Yay!
Hey.
Hurricane BX, Jose.
All right. Well, just like you said, you can find me all over social media at Hurricane BX, on Breaking the Mold every single Tuesday, as JD just mentioned, and check out Verbally Challenged with Hurricane BX on all podcast pushing platforms. Thanks, guys.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. I am at A Smiler pretty much everywhere, mostly Instagram, Facebook under my real name. Figure it out; it's not that hard. Check out all the other Cool Table Network shows. If you don't know what they are, just follow the Cool Table Network page on Facebook. Search it out, and you'll find it. No problem. Every time a new show gets posted, it usually gets pushed there, so you won't miss out. Follow Crashbox Customs on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, he's got a YouTube channel going on.
That's right.
Give him a follow. We're not pushing anything. You got no merch. You got no nothing else, right? I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us live. Thanks for watching after the fact. Oh, and Josh Fisher did have one other point. He said it's not their first MP scale. It's probably not their first MP scale figure. It's probably just under a different name. I've heard of who they are, who they possibly are, and it wouldn't surprise me. But thank you for joining us live. Thank you for watching after the fact. We'll catch you guys in a couple weeks. We should have something quite large and quite fun, which is going to be interesting. Hopefully I can get everything out and getting everything ready.
Double your pleasure, double your fun. Double make up.
We will see you. We will catch you back here in 2 weeks for the next show. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
All right. Night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Doodle.